Hey everybody, how's it going today? It's about 10:15 p.m. my time. Wanted to, man, I've been compelled to just get on here and just have a talk with you guys because I have a lot going on inside this brain of mine, and had a lot going on in for the last little while, several months. A lot of changes taking place in my life, and if you guys drop in, I'm just gonna say that this is completely on a whim. Just thought I'd share a beer with you guys. So cheers. This is my big red IPA. Actually, that's just the Pilsner glass, but I wanted to talk about a few things. See if I can get somebody to. Oh, hi Becky. You just surfing around on YouTube and decided to come say hi, huh? How are things? I actually, you're like one of my dedicated friends that always ends up in the live stream, so I appreciate it. More than a flame. Oh my gosh, you guys are all just like popping in here, huh? It's not very often I've been doing live streaming, but gosh, it's like today I have a lot of stuff on my mind, so I wanted to share it with you guys. And I was actually talking to somebody that I wanted to interview, and I kind of was like on a whim, just saying like, "Hey, what you want to do an interview?" And I actually, they responded to me, and they said that they do want to do an interview, and they asked me when I could do it. I'm like, "How's right now sound?" But obviously, right now you can't just do things on a whim like that, especially when they're in Australia. But anyways, yeah, just I had a lot of stuff that I've been thinking about. So I kind of had the here. Let me pull up my little YouTube thing here. So I've been following I haven't really tracked too much about politics lately until about 2 to 3 weeks ago. I started thinking about a lot of the stuff that's happening in the world. And, sometimes I just listen to just see what people are saying, but I'm not usually that excited to hear what's going on in the world because there's too much stuff that just bogs you down and is just crazy. So I'm actually trying to pull up my, okay. So first of all, I came off of a strike not too long ago, probably like a week ago. And now one of the things that kind of led me to realize that I had a strike, because they don't just up and tell you unless you get it on your email or something. I haven't been able to get my emails through. I had an email address, charlieshouses@gmail.com. I actually haven't seen that email address for a while. So everything I think is linked over to that email. And anyways, I got a strike. I noticed that when I went to upload a video, it says too many strikes. So as soon as I saw that, I'm like, okay, I guess that makes sense. And I go to look to see what it was. And sure enough, it was a video where I was talking about, I didn't even want to say the words. You guys all know the freaking terminologies or whatever. I don't even know how many trigger words are out there where you hear about everything that they're talking about. The thing that's crazy to me is a lot of these channels that I listen to that I consider, like slightly legit or whatever, like conservative perspectives. And I say legit and conservative are the same. But you know, it just depends on who it is, I guess. But a lot of the stuff they're talking about, they're mocking, you know, the narrative, and they're saying things that are, you know, they're outright just saying the words that would trigger the bots, and it kind of makes me wonder, like, you know, sometimes we talk about like the shills and stuff, and it's like I don't really know if you know who is a shill and who is not, and you know, a lot of people might actually consider anybody that doesn't agree with them as a shill. But the point that I'm trying to make is that there's people that are talking about this freaking crap that's happening in the world out in the open, and they're more so mocking it than they are, you know, trying to create little spoofs and joking about it. You know, I guess if I was joking about it, it's not really a joking matter, a lot of the stuff that's happening, but people are trying to make light of it. And you know, I wanted to hold on. Let me get back to my train of thought here. So let me see if I can find it through. So my Contemplating the Cosmos channel. It's funny how like I haven't really posted videos on there lately, but my subscription base is actually like going up. And just let me know if you can't hear me very well. I'm actually it's been a little while since I've been on here, so I need a new computer, and I see people are starting to pop in. So how's everybody doing? But so the reason for this video, I've been thinking about identity. So I say mistaken identity, and the zombie apocalypse, and alien disclosure, and basically all the stuff that ties into the new false narrative. And not just new, it's been the last couple of years that they've been pushing it. And you guys, you know, the new resurgence, you might say, the new variant, I'm afraid to even say that word, but is rising up again. And for a little while I was thinking, okay, we're kind of in the clear, we're back to the new normal or whatever. But now I'm starting to wonder, like, man, they're bouncing back so fast. And you know, people are zombies. But I'm starting to think a lot of the people that I was talking to my neighbor. I'm just going to tell you right now, this guy, we are not on the same page when it comes to religious perspective. He kind of reminds me of somebody who, you know, is a shaman or something. He really just reminds me of somebody that, you know, connects with the earth, but he also refers to God as the universe, or he'll say the universe is God, or we are part of the universe, or we are God. He's that type of guy. And but he was talking to me about how we are in a realm that is under the control of, you know, like Inky and Enlil or something. You know, these guys that are these entities that, you know, have been controlling everything. And now he's kind of a new ager, you might say, but he's kind of in that camp where everybody's kind of creating their own religion. So yeah, in some ways he is a new ager, but he's in the camp of he's one that has created his own. He's kind of a mishmash of all the religions out there, and finds the common ground, you might say. Now, so I was thinking about this video that I was about to post right as I was about to get that strike, or right as I got that strike, I should say. It was actually talking about kind of a date that they saw. It was like the 13th of October, or or I forget exactly what it was, but they actually, and in fact, I might actually repost it now that my channel's back up. But the guy, kind of a nobody, well, I don't say nobody on YouTube, but he's somebody that isn't recognized by more. I mean, he has like maybe 50 subscribers or something. He decided to, post a little link in my channel. Just, hey, come check out my video. So I was like, all right, whatever, I'll freaking check it out. And overnight, this guy ended up like with probably a couple hundred subscribers because apparently he made a pretty interesting video. And I asked him if I can repost it, and he said, yeah. And I'll credit him when I get to that point. But hey, Truth Loops. I'm glad to know that a lot of you guys are still getting me in the notifications, or that's one thing about live streaming is sometimes notifications are just kind of right at the top of your feed. And yeah, so I've been seeing people kind of popping in and out. I don't really know if the algorithm, is trying to shut me out in any ways or whatever. Forget about all that. But it doesn't really matter ultimately as to how YouTube treats me. But the bottom line is, somebody's going to hear what I have to say, whether YouTube has anything to say about it or not. So hopefully I'm able to reach you guys. So I appreciate Becky, More Than a Flame, of course, and Truth Loops. I don't know who else is there. Now, I was talking to Mitchell from Australia, which I don't know if you guys know who that is. He did a show with Paul on the Plane. I guess I'm trying to remember the name of the show that Paul on the Plane did. But anyways, I haven't really been listening to that podcast lately, but I definitely I had an interview with Paul on the Plane twice now that I'm thinking about it, and he has a lot of really interesting stuff to talk about. And yeah, so yeah, thanks, Truth Loops. I don't know if you're what you've been up to, but a lot of stuff going on in my life, and I'd like to check in more often. But again, it's just been weird. Life has been weird lately, and it's just been hard to really make the time. My personal life has just been high demand. Hey, so let me just tell you real quick about something after I take a swig here. Cheers, by the way. So if you guys haven't heard, now I've had my my baby, my youngest, on here to introduce him to everybody and kind of show everybody how cute he is or whatever. And now, when you have kids, you want to do everything you can for them, and there's certain things that can happen that you have no control over. And I actually learned something about my son, my youngest, who's now 9 months. He actually, I just found out. Well, we already knew that he had started getting like eczema rashes, like flare-ups on his skin and things like that. And he ended up getting them so bad that they were like hives. They were like bumps and welts all over his body. And we're like, dude, there's like something going on. We need to figure out what's going on. My wife actually was the one that was like, I'm like, whatever. I kind of poo-pooed it and like, yeah, I mean, he'll get over it. It's just a rash or whatever. And but it got worse every time. Like we kind of suspected maybe he was allergic to cats or something, because every time he got around our cat, he flared up. And but we went to get a 6-month wellness check at the doctor, and well, sure enough, the doctor says this is not a normal. My wife had been taking pictures and documenting, and he's like, "This isn't normal. I'm going to go ahead and give you a referral to a specialist for flare-ups or allergy specialist or whatever." And so he sent us over. Sure enough, he did have an allergy to cats. He's severely allergic to cats, and severely meaning his skin is just gets very welted and like hives and stuff when he's around the cat. And so we had to get rid of our cat. He has a mild allergy to dogs, which he also gets eczema flare-ups around the dogs. So anyways, we had to get rid of our dogs. Now, granted, we have our oldest dog who's 13. He's a pug. And I made a video with him before. And hey, Carrie, how's it going? It's nice that you showed up. Hey, there's 7 people. How's it going, everybody? So I'm just telling a quick story about my 9-month-old baby. We found out he has allergies to cats and dogs. But again, it doesn't seem like that's that's not a big deal, right? But every time he started eating stuff, it's like, he started getting hives and stuff when he ate stuff. So it's like, oh, he has some other allergic reactions too. What's going on? And anyways, he ended up, we found out through that allergy panel that they did that he actually has a severe anaphylactic response to peanuts. So like if he eats peanuts or is exposed to peanuts, Spooky Mink, oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yeah, I haven't really been doing very many live streams, so what a coincidence here at 5:31 a.m. I'm glad that I was able to wake you up with my notification. I don't know, but so anyways, back to my son Eli. He cutest little guy in the world, but he's like he has some allergic reactions and his skin is just looking like crap all the time. And once we got rid of the dogs and the cat, his skin cleared up. Like he's like perfect, no issues. He did have a severe allergy to the cat actually. And but the allergy specialist is saying now he's so allergic to peanuts, he might have an anaphylactic shock. You got to have like EpiPens handy, because if he ever gets anaphylaxis, you might have to freaking jab him with the EpiPen. And so my wife goes into a panic frenzy, like she's like flipped out about it. It's like, oh my gosh, what if he goes into anaphylaxis and we don't know what to do? And my wife is like, you don't even care. You act like you're so nonchalant about it. And I'm like, no, it's not that I don't care. It's that I just don't feel like I need to panic about it. I just don't feel like we need to be constantly worried. And anyways, but the reality is we do have an issue to deal with when it comes to my son. If he ever got an anaphylactic response, we have to be ready for his flare, or anaphylactic. So if you guys don't know what that is, it's basically a lot of what's happening to people with the new people getting their anaphylaxis or whatever. And so they got to the point where you have to wait and let your body process before they release you, because they're afraid that you might need an EpiPen or something after you get the injection. So I'm trying to be very careful. I don't want to get any more strikes. That's just the bottom line. I'm tired of freaking playing that game where I always have to worry about, but everybody knows we're in a world that is just out of control right now. And that's part of the reason I reached out to Mitchell from Australia. He actually was making a video about kind of the craziness that's happening over in Australia, which said something about a 9-week lockdown. And I fear that is coming here again. And I'm talking here as in the US. And obviously it depends on the area you're in. Spooky Mink, I'm actually curious to know what they're doing over in Scotland. I know that there's a lot of craziness all over the world, and they're all in cahoots. But the crazy thing is, like, okay, full circle, coming back to my neighbor, right? We were talking, this guy, he might be a little new agey in his thought process, but he was telling me, like, I really feel like we're in a realm. Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you, Carrie. Australia is going into full tyrant mode. That's why I wanted to bring him on and talk about that. And I'm kind of touching on a lot of topics. So if I jump from one topic to the next, forgive me. Just try to understand that it all ties together. And Australia going through what they're going through is really just kind of a testing ground, you might say, that to see how people respond. And honestly, I'm almost 100% confident that we're going to go into this lockdown measures again. And I'm concerned because this is my business and I don't have any backup plan if my business, if they try to put me on the back burner and say, oh, no, you got to freaking stay home. You got to protect everybody or wear a face diaper so that you don't kill grandma or whatever. And honestly, I am, I was so happy to freaking that I got laid off because I'm like, this is my chance. My business is thriving. And then, of course, we're coming into a season where we are approaching the dark winter. And I think that the dark winter actually is interesting because it really ties into the supernatural and paranormal type stuff, because I think that in a lot of ways, we are coming into a time where, so this video of this guy with a very small channel that posted in my thread and said, hey, check this video out. Well, it's talking about not just the alien, it's the full alien disclosure. It's like the thing where basically there's going to be a freaking alien invasion, you might say. And yeah, so I don't know if that's true, but they kind of tied it all together with gematria and numerology. And honestly, a lot of that kind of stuff is like, it's the hidden in plain sight stuff, right? You know that they have a plan, and they're using hidden messages to communicate. So gematria and numerology and things like that. So like, all these little freaking things, like let's just say 911. That is September 11th, right? And I'm afraid that freaking flagged my video. That's like one of the worst flags you can get on a freaking whatever. Screw it. But anyways, I'm gonna put this one up. Pubs and restaurants are open until 12:30. Oh, still haven't wore a mask this entire time. Yeah. No lockdown that I know of in Scotland. Okay. Well, that's good. So happy to hear your business is doing well. I don't want to be like too forthcoming, but I mean, I went from, I don't want to gloat or anything, but I'm trying to give people a sense of hope if they ever decide to venture down a road like this. But I actually, I've been averaging $7,000 to $8,000 a month, and a lot of it goes back into business expenses. So don't. It's not all gravy money. But I feel like people, if you have an idea, it's almost better to be self-employed, because not only is the sky the limit, you can make as much money as you really want. Pending your ideas are actually going to take in society. But I actually, I feel like I have the freedom to do what I want. I don't have to freaking, wear any face diapers, I mean, people can say, oh, well, can you please wear a face diaper? And I'll say, well, sure, I'll wear a face diaper to protect myself from the dust that I'm going to be exposed to that's in your dryer vent. So, I mean, I'll do it just to freaking give people the sense of assurance. But for the most part, it's, I probably should just say, I'm sorry. I don't really need to. I mean, obviously I could stand my ground, but, so, this live stream was not going to be about, oh, I just got an email from Mitchell from Australia. Oh man. I wonder if you can pop in and I'm just texting. I'm sending an email to Mitchell from Australia. I wonder if he'll pop in. Here, just a second. Just a second. I'm just curious to see if he'll actually come over here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's talk about zombies. All this freaking crap that they've been putting in front of us in movies and all that. Huh. Oh, I see. Huh. Sorry, I'm getting distracted because I have a lot of stuff going on with my business, and I got an email that I wanted to read real quick. So, okay. So let's talk about zombies. I mean, we all know that there's been a lot of movies about zombies, and in a lot of ways, I feel like there's two sides to the zombie thing, right? There's the people that are so oblivious that they will do anything that they're told, even if it's to their own demise or to the demise of their families or friends or whatever. And they're just, because they trust everything that's happening around them, except for the ones that are conspiracy nutcases, like whoever. And it's so funny. Like I see that there was like one person in the, on showing that I was in the stream or whatever, but then I look over and I see like 5 or 6 people having conversations over in the chat. I honestly don't think that it really shows exactly what's truly going on in my live stream. But anyways, so I just feel like this thing with the zombies is conditioning us to not only them say, okay, we are going to be persuaded to believe a certain way, even though it's a lie. But then there's also the side where, what if that freaking poke that people get causes them to go into a trance state? Now, the trance is this thing that I've been kind of hung up on for a while, and I feel like it ties into like the freaking Skinwalker Ranch. It ties into the, alien abductions. It ties into near-death experiences. A lot of these paranormal type of situations where people are being mind controlled. And I think that there's something out there that can control our thoughts and our minds. Now, unless we're, under the power of God, the true God, we're not going to be able to resist the power of this quote unquote enemy. So, and I don't want to be a zombie because I buy into a lie, but I also don't want to be a zombie because I'm stuck in a trance. And I have a feeling that, you know, this whole concept of demon possession, I think a lot of these people that are being inhabited by demons or even controlled probably are in a trance state where they don't actually experience what's happening to their body. It's actually being controlled by and manipulated by something else. So I want to make sure I cover all the points here. Here, hold on a second. So, anyways, hang on. I'm going back to my YouTube thing here. So, a lot of you are probably well aware that we are entering into a time that is unprecedented. We've been in a situation where it's unprecedented for the last like year or two, right? And I've been really just floored at the thought that, and I feel like I'm at fault in some way where I just realized it's all coming to a head in the last couple days, where I actually realized that I freaking screwed up. I started realizing that I thought we were in the new normal, or we're back to normal, I should say. And that was a mistake in a lot of ways, because I trust that, you know, the way that things are looking is that things are peaceful. Yet, I guess in some ways I'm finding myself in a trance. I don't want to be in a trance. I want to freaking pull myself out of that, you know, mindset where I actually believe a lie. I don't want anybody to believe a lie. So I think that this is my purpose. I want you guys to not believe a lie. And the way YouTube would believe is that I'm actually promoting something that might be a lie. And all of you know that we are in a very unusual time. Anyways, let me read some of the chat. Hold on a second. Where are we at here? Wow, I missed a lot of your guys' stuff. Sorry, I'm going back a little ways. You should double down and talk about Sandia. Oh no, I shouldn't have said it. Randy shook is what I said. Randy shook. So everything you do can be a tax write-off. Very true. In fact, I'm moving everything over to. I just got a tax, not a tax account. I got a bookkeeper that's going to help me with payroll and stuff, because I hired a guy. I have an employee now. Yeah, so I'm writing everything off. I have receipts for everything too. Keep other people's receipts, cash payments, LOL. Other people's receipts? I wonder if that'll fly. Man, I gotta keep up with the chat here. I'm like behind. Get over that. Yeah, I agree. The government's stupid. Just go to the grocery store and steal all the receipts you can find. Yeah, right. I have to admit, I actually saved a gas receipt once, that because I forgot to grab my gas receipt. But I don't know. I probably threw it away, but I thought about it. I was like, I should probably keep this. You should come over to my Discord. I just joined Discord. In fact, I just downloaded the app. a week or two ago. So in fact, right here, Discord. Can't even see it. Sorry, it's thinking. Hold on. Man, I'm like so behind on reading BS from Discord. Anyways, so yeah, I'm on Discord. I don't know how you can send me an invite or whatever to your. You still have my email, don't you, Spooky Mink? Yeah, send me your link or whatever. Charlie Forbes 81 at gmail.com. CHARLIE. Forbes is FORBES 81 at gmail.com. I did message you and give you a hint, but leave a link for obvious reasons. Okay. Yeah, World War Z. What do you mean numbers are BS? There's a lot of freaking crazy gematria and numerology that they're hiding information. I'm starting to think I shouldn't read things out loud because I'm getting certain things that are trigger words, and I don't want to read it out loud otherwise. Yep, there's the name. That's the trigger word right there. Yeah, you know, I'm starting to wonder if some of the people that are very outspoken about this stuff, you know, they disappear from YouTube, and you think, oh, their channels is probably just deleted. But how do we know that they weren't like snuffed out? You know, that's like one of those things. Oh yeah, yeah, cool. You still have my email. All right, so I'm all caught up in the chat. Okay, so I know that I don't know. I miss you guys a lot, and I feel like I just wanted to hopefully see if you guys are around, and you know, I might actually give you guys an opportunity to jump on the chat if you want, or not jump on the chat. I'll share this this StreamYard link, and I don't care who it is. You know, it could be Joel, it could be Spooky Mink, but you're more than welcome to come in and discuss whatever it is you want. Who knows? I don't care. But I'm posting a StreamYard link. I was actually thinking about subscribing to StreamYard for a year membership, and it was like $200 bucks. Like, can I really justify StreamYard costing $200? And I thought, oh, I can make live streams on my business YouTube channel. Maybe I can justify it then. Have a write-off. So, anyways, but I've been following this channel, Mr. Ballin. It's a really big channel. And Joel said you're heading to the store, so I'll be in the audience for at least 20 minutes. Okay. All right. Yeah, so Mr. Ballin is really interesting stuff to me because it's freaking weird, dark, mysterious stuff that they've been talking about, and a lot of stuff he brings up is all true stories. So that I like true story stuff that is really dark, in the sense that there's just something unusual about like anomalies, like missing 411 cases. There's just a lot of stuff that interests me in that area, but there's some stuff that I feel like I'm overwhelmed with like the information sometimes, where I just have to take a step back. So anyways, here, I'm going to actually see if I'm actually going to say Hi from Contemplating the Cosmos. See if it comes through. Hi, everybody. See if it comes through. It's probably a little delayed, but there it is. So I want to do more Contemplating the Cosmos. I'm going to freaking interview Mitchell from Australia, and you know, if any of you follow any of the, you know, the level enclosed realm information out there, and most of you know that. Hold on. My mouth would be getting taken down. I subbed to Mr. Ballin. Oh, when did you sub to Mr. Ballin? Just right now? Because his channel is like freaking like 3 million subscribers or something. He has a large following. But all he does is talk about stories that are really mysterious and dark and scary. A lot of them are scary because, you know, he talks about people that die in really unusual ways, you know, alone and like freaking scuba diving or something. They run out of oxygen, stuck in a cave or something. I mean, a lot of it sounds really scary, but for some reason, I just feel like those people were in the most alone situation they could ever been. The least that I could do is give them a time to hear the story of how they passed away. Freaking sucks. A lot of that freaking sucks, I'm telling you. But these are true stories. People were able to recover their body and things like that. So again, I feel like there are implications to, you know, when you die. I believe that we are conscious beings. This is all flesh right here, but I believe that this flesh is being controlled by consciousness, you might say. And I don't want to use the word consciousness as a new age type perspective, but I'm saying that we are intelligent beings that are not just biological beings. We're actually electromagnetic, and we are. I don't think our brains really controlled the whole machine. Oh, are you saying that you subbed to Mr. Ballin a long time ago? Yeah. I don't know. I like the stuff he talks about. But anyways, but I'm gonna post a video. So just to update, I'm gonna interview Mitchell from Australia, and we're gonna talk about the crap that's happening in Australia and some of the other stuff that we talk about. We'll talk about the deep issues, whatever. I don't know. And then we will also, I'm also going to post a video about this. It's basically a mirror of a guy's video he did talking about it's not the soft rollout of alien disclosure. It's actually the alien invasion. And he uncovered something based on gematria and numerology. I'm going to actually go back and watch it again. I was going to post it, and I found out that I had a strike through that. So I was like, oh, crap, I have a strike. And, you know, I'm realizing now that I've probably triggered a couple things that's going to get this video a strike. Who knows? They're cracking down so bad lately. It's unbelievable. But I'm only sitting on one strike right now, so I can get another strike and my channel won't get taken down. But if I take another 2-week break, you'll know why. But anyways, the soul is the mind, will, and emotions. Yep. I miss you guys. I hope everybody's doing good. You know, I miss you, Joel. I hope that you're rocking it over there in Michigan. Hopefully things are going well. I don't know if you're still here, Becky. I hope you're doing well. I know that you were asking about like naming your camper or whatever, but are you just mainly living in your new camper? If I understand it correctly, you have a really nice camper, so I'm excited for you as far as that goes. And then Truth Loops. I haven't talked to you in a little while. Oh, Chris, Chi Cool. I didn't even notice you were. Oh, Truth Loops recommended you. That's really nice. Sorry, I missed that. I just now realized that you were here. I like this one because I'm like, cheers. I'm almost halfway done. Anybody want to come on? Say hi. Anybody want to come visit me? Are you talking about Jesse outside of the box guitar? I talked to him. He messaged me on a video, I don't know, last week or something. I think he's doing all right. I'm not sure what he's been up to lately. I haven't talked to Lady Weaver, but again, she popped into a video. I didn't do a live stream, but I made a video, and she popped in for a minute. And I know that you guys talked a lot about, or talked to Lady Weaver a lot too. Are you still getting shut down, Spooky, as far as your videos getting pulled down or your channel getting deleted? Have you had any issues with that lately? I know I've watched one or two of your videos in the last little while, but I don't know if I'm getting notifications anymore because I haven't actually seen anything. Love a bit of Weaver. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm in a really good situation right now. I feel like, I'm doing my business. I hired a guy. He's about to go out on his own because I've been training him, and hopefully that works out. I'll start making money off of his stuff, and then the biggest concern that I'm having is whether we're going to be able to stay open. I felt like since they've been talking about this, the new variation of the disease that's out there, I feel like my business has dropped off a little bit since they've been talking about it, which it's noticeable. But I was like, I was busy. I was booked almost 2 weeks out, and then bam, I'm not even full yet this week, and I'm halfway through the week almost. But Monday and Tuesday we're busy, and then tomorrow is Wednesday, right? So I actually I worked. I'm sorry, I have a full schedule tomorrow also, and then Thursday I only have 2 appointments, but they're trickling in, so my business is still showing up, and I actually got some decent referrals on the app Nextdoor. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but Nextdoor is really good for organic response, and people are like, oh, I guess I'll give this guy a try, because everybody's saying good stuff about him. Dryer on fire. Anyways, let's see. Number 2 strikes. My second strike just fell off, so I'm back down to 1 strike. And the stupid thing that fell off was the one that I was talking about, the former Prez. And I was not supporting him at all, but some freaking loser from the back office of YouTube decided to give me a strike because obviously they thought I was trying to be a supporter. They didn't even, and then I appealed, and they obviously didn't watch the video. 4 videos in 4 weeks, 2 strikes. How do you win appeals? I just don't get it. I've never gotten appeals to go through. That's so weird. Oh, so you do have 1 strike left. Okay. Well, I don't know. I'm glad that. Thank you for waking up, Spooky. It's 5:30. You should get some rest, but I don't know how long I want to be on here. If nobody wants to freaking pop in here and say hi, then I might just call it. So if there's anything that I can say right now, don't be a zombie. Don't allow your mind to go into a trance, because I feel like that is a key ingredient of, like, zombies are basically the epitome of being under the control, not just mind control, but body control as well, because eventually people are. Oh, yeah, get on there, Spooky. Come on. I want to hear your accent. Hold on. Here it goes. Here you go, Spooky. I know it's early and you're probably like, oh, I got to do my hair. I got to do my hair. Nobody cares. I got a nasty cold sore. I gave people get to see my nasty mug. So don't worry if there's any concern. And I know it's early. You're probably just like you're a zombie right now. I don't know, whatever. I see 5 people watching. Is there anybody else that wants to have a conversation with me on a whim here? Let's talk. I'm just in the mood to talk to somebody right now. Yeah, I guess I can understand that. You probably don't have a filter. I try to filter myself for the most part, but I don't know. I don't want to get any more strikes. I mean, what is that? Is that a candle? I can't tell what that is. Oh my gosh. So it's 11:08 over here. I have to work in the morning, but I'm willing to stay up late. If you guys want to come on. I don't need sleep. I don't need sleep, I'm telling you. If we can hash out some of the freaking deep issues of the world, then it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it staying up, right? Oh, yeah. Just a candle, my man. God's light. Her word up. So, what do you guys want to talk about? Because I was thinking, I know that, everybody knows that all the freaking BS that's happening in the world. We're coming back into freaking CV freaking 2.0, right? So lockdown 2.0. But I think that there's something bigger afoot. Something bigger is afoot. I have a friend, his name's Troy. He's actually a really good rapper. And I'm not like a huge fan of rap necessarily, but I really liked his rap style because he just like, I just liked him as a person. He's a freaking good, down to earth guy, and he loved God. And there's a song that he, I can't rap any of it, but he had a little thing that was like, living in the last days, and the last days, living in the last days, and the last days, living in the last days. Anyways, and then I forgot the rest of it, but it was actually pretty good. And I talked to that guy for the first time in a while. He ended up moving to Salt Lake City, Utah. And he called me up out of the blue, and he's like, hey, what's up, Charlie, my brother, brother from another mother. And what do you think life will be like in, let's say, about 5 years? That is a question. I honestly think that we're going to be in a different world in 5 years. I think in 1 year, we're going to be in a completely different world. I think that this world that we're in now is a facade. Whether people rise up and change the narrative, or the narrative is just going to keep going in the direction that it's going, and then everybody's going to, like my neighbor was saying, he believes that the thing that you do this with, the poke, is actually a mass extinction thing that they're trying to do. David Wolf, OMG. I haven't seen you in a little while, man. And I see your Dose of Reality shirt right there. I was, yeah, I'm freaking, it's nice to see you guys. Holy crap. I'm just, truth loops. I'm going to just say I've been out of the loop lately. Out of the loop. But it's nice to see all you guys popping in here. I need to freaking do this crap more often. David, cheers. I feel like David used to show up a lot when I was doing interviews with like near-death experiencers and stuff, and I just haven't seen a lot of you lately. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that I haven't really been posting videos or doing live streams either. So it's like, what the heck? But anyways, it's really nice to see you, and it's nice to see everybody. Spooky. Hopefully you get some rest, Spooky, and Joel, more than a flame. Yeah, so you're probably off to the store, aren't you? So yeah, anyways, but I'm just curious to know, like, where you guys are all at. I know that a lot of you are over here in the States. I'm in Idaho. I don't know where you're at, Truth Loops. I don't know where you're at, David. Yeah. I see Brian Stavely all the time, so the Dose of Reality shirt kind of triggered me a little bit. Brian Stavely is interesting, but he's kind of it's hard to keep up with all this content. I can't. It's too much. Oh, Truth Loops is in South Texas. So what, like near Houston, or are you outside of the big city, or kind of in the city, or like an extension, or in the metropolitan areas or whatever? Holy crap, you're in Rhode Island? Wow, that's cool. You're on basically the other side of the world from me, it seems like. You're almost as far as Spooky Mink is. She's over in Scotland, but I'm in Idaho, so I'm on the other side of the country from you. I was in Texas a couple years ago when I was doing a business seminar or whatever, and I was in Dallas though. I don't know how far you are Truth Loops from Dallas, but I know a lot of I almost feel like everybody needs to move to Texas because they're going to freaking secede. They're going to become their own country soon. I don't know. I want to say the Rhode Island's probably like a very liberal place where they're probably gung-ho about the narrative that they're freaking pushing right now. I don't know for sure, but I just have a feeling. I always think of that movie, Me, Myself, and Irene. Rhode Island. Yeah. I was just talking about that movie, Me, Myself, and Irene, the other day. And I was actually, it was just today, now that I think about it. But so anyways, he was kind of living in Rhode Island at the time, or in that movie. I'm actually in the tip of Texas, 15 minutes away from the border. Are you seeing an influx of illegal immigration or whatever? Because I know everybody's talking about that in the media. You know, we have the worst immigration breach of all time. You know, I don't know. I think Texas is getting ready to secede as well. So it's not just media chatter. It's actually a true potential. Gosh, David, it's pretty late over there. What are you doing? It's like freaking 1 a.m. or something. Crazy. I'm just staying up with you guys to see who else is gonna freaking pop in here. Hey, if anybody that didn't get the invitation yet, if you're willing to pop in here and show your mug to the camera, just let me know. You can pop into the StreamYard. I just felt like saying hi to somebody. So the immigration thing, okay. Big time, many more illegals, more than we've seen. Now, granted, don't get me wrong, everybody that is here in the U.S. was born here for the most part. I was born here, so I actually feel like, I'm a citizen or whatever, natural born citizen. I feel like I was just fortunate to be here, or to be born here, I should say. I feel like there's a lot of people that are seeking out a better life, and that's why they're crossing the border. But obviously, there's a process that you should go through as far as whatever. I don't know. I don't want to say like illegals should go back to their home or whatever. I don't like to say that. This is our country. You need to stay out. I just feel bad for people that are going through, struggles in their life, and I just want people to be able to, turn to things that will be a better life for them. But again, obviously there's a process in place. We want to keep all the drug runners out. We want to keep all the freaking because a lot of that probably has to do with drug running, obviously, or terrorists coming in here or whatever. So I don't know. Big time. Many more illegals. I already read that. Took a midnight stroll to the store. Are you back, or you said you'd be back in 20 minutes? Is that what you said? I don't know. Yeah. So, anyways, I've been thinking a lot about the politics of what's happening in the world. I don't really like politics because a lot of it's just freaking BS. It's all just a charade, to get people to buy into a side and then freaking fight against the opposite side. And, I feel like, the whole thing about the audit that they're doing in Arizona, I've been interested in that because I feel like. Hold on, what are you saying, David? Oh, that wasn't David. That was Joel. I would have been able to come on tonight. Won't be able to come on tonight. Okay, I get you. No, that's cool, man. No problem. I'm sure the second you get on here, I'll freaking get lost in the conversation and I'll never freaking go back to bed or go to bed. Maybe I'll just hang out for another 10, 15 minutes and kind of do whatever. I just want to, kind of see where everybody's at. So, and I'll let you know. So, yes, I'm going to get Mitchell from Australia. We're going to talk about what's going on in Australia. Because if you haven't been tracking, Australia is doing a freaking lockdown. They're like tyrannical government right now. And I gotta find out from somebody that actually lives over there what's going on. And then also, I could probably reach out to Max Egan again and find out if he's willing to come on. But again, Max is busy, and I don't know. I'm not saying Mitchell from Australia is not busy, but I don't know. I feel like I already know what Max Egan has to say, so I would rather just bring Mitchell on. He's a smart guy. He used to work alongside. I think he still might, but he was with Paul on the Plane on his podcast, and I really like Paul. I've had him on a couple times. I think he also interviewed with David Weiss, and he everybody knows David Weiss. So I'm looking forward to talking to him. That's one of the first videos I ever saw about the black swan was from Mitchell from Australia, which made me wonder if he was the one that came up with the concept, and it became a viral concept of the F-ears, and the black swan is interesting, but I don't know. Did you hear about New York being the first to demand proof in order to enter most public places? Well, I don't doubt it. It's something that I would expect no less from. I'm grateful that I live in a state where they actually banned it. They won't allow for. No, forgive me. That's not true. I'm thinking of the passports they were talking about. You know what I'm talking about, like the proof in order to. So in other words, they will not allow you to be, not. Anyways, you get it. I feel like I'm really just like dancing around the words that I'm not allowed to use. It's so stupid. But anyways, it's kind of weird. I'm like watching myself in the live stream on my phone, and it's like it's so delayed. It seems like, but anyways, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if I mentioned everything I want to talk about. But yeah, I just have a feeling that the way things are going, it's just going to get worse. And obviously, I'm not just saying that because I'm a fear monger or whatever, but everybody knows that what our government is capable of, and it's not even scratching the surface of what they're capable of. Because I know that this new administration is actually even much more capable of implementing their agenda, and if they're able to Yeah, let me end on this thought process. We are in an identity crisis. And there's something about identity that people, I think, don't really connect with. You know, we operate from our identity, and if we are not if we're not operating from a functional identity, then we're just floating around and just hoping that somebody accepts us for what we want to be. And in a lot of ways, I actually feel like I'm kind of alluding to, somebody that I know that is stuck in an identity crisis, that basically wants everybody to accept them the way that they are, and they use the government to justify their position, because they'll basically be said that they're alone in their belief. And I say it's a belief because a lot of people would say, oh, well, they were born that way or whatever. I'm not even going to say what it is or who it is or for what their identity is, but you could kind of fill in the blanks. I just have a feeling that many people out there are having an identity crisis, and they are turning to the government to justify their position on reality. See, that's where I feel like the more you can relate to the government, the more I think you are deep into a trance of you're lost. You're a freaking zombie if you can relate to the government in some ways, because I feel like I don't know if you can appreciate where I'm coming from, but I just feel like why are there only 7 watching? I don't know. That's a good question. I think there's 8 now, according to the thing up here. Anyways, did you hear about? Oh, I already read that part. Yes, same here in Texas. They ban the forcing or wearing of masks or proof of the poke. That's nice. I mean, they're strongly recommending that you wear or no, they say that you're not allowed to go in places without a mask. If you haven't been poked, but I don't think anybody abides by that, because I don't see. I mean, it's very few and far between. Like the people that actually won't get the freaking poke, you think they're gonna freaking wear a mask? It's so stupid. Yeah, right. Nobody's gonna freaking wear a mask if they. Obviously, when I go in there, I'm not gonna wear a mask, so everybody thinks I freaking had the poke, right? So I just think it's so dumb. But for the most part, it's pretty open around here as far as nobody's gonna harass you for not freaking wearing a face diaper, right? So yeah, for now at least, that's exactly what I was trying to say. That was exactly what I'm saying. For now, it's okay. Just say it. You want to call? Yeah, you can call me Charlene if you want. It's my alter ego. That's who I might decide to be later. I'll reserve that for another time. But for right now, I'm stuck in my man identity. So, but anyways, I don't want to talk about any of that stuff. I just feel like what I think everybody's stuck in a trance to some degree, because I started feeling like the whole Pharisee concept. You have these religious leaders that are saying, oh, well, we have it all right, and unless you're like us, then you're freaking lost. Yet Jesus called him out and said, no, you're lost because you're the one that freaking thinks that you have it all together. And I think that's an epidemic in like the church and things like that. I feel like, the people that think that, oh, well, at least I'm not gay. At least I'm not a murderer. At least I'm not fill in the blank. Oh, no. No. You are a hypocrite. You struggle with pride. You struggle with secrecy. You're hiding your sin from people. So that's kind of where okay. I'm hiding certain things from people, and it's not okay. I want to be forthcoming with everybody and say that I have, in my life, throughout my life, struggled with sexual sin. And I actually feel like I want to keep it a secret from my wife because I don't want her to know. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I feel like I don't want to be that guy that is having an identity crisis because I'm freaking feeling like I've achieved the goal. And I don't think anybody really has. So I think that we need to just keep pushing forward and learning and understanding the best that we can. One thing I'll say to this, we impact others more than you know, which is why it's so important for us to shine our light now more than ever. Yeah, see, that has been a huge conviction of mine. I feel like now is the time to set an example. Now is the time to not hide in your little cave or whatever. So I agree with that, Truth Loops. So that's why I like saying, hey, guess what, chicken butt? No, it's like saying, guess why, chicken thigh? Smile, share, and help when you can, even when you don't feel well yourself. Oh, I have another confession. I kind of got mad at my wife tonight, and I kind of vented on her, and it made me feel bad after the fact. And it had to do with staying on task and not allowing my business to interfere with my relationship with my son. And I was trying to put him down for bed. And anyways, whatever. Everybody has their struggles, but I think that the moment you get lost in that mindset where you are embracing a false identity, that's where you're in trouble. You should just say it real fast and get it over with. Oh, are you talking about like saying the trigger words for the thing that's going to give my channel a strike? Yeah, if I say it fast enough, maybe the algorithm or the freaking bots won't identify to what I'm saying. Or maybe I just say it like really slow. So slow that they can't decipher or discern what I am saying. Hey, Tim, how's it going? I really appreciate you showing up, by the way. Hey, I'm going to give you one last opportunity, those who are brave enough to show your face on my stream. That is your invitation link to jump onto the live stream, and then we can chat for a minute. I just want to hear what your life is going through. It could be Tim, it could be Truth Loops. I know More Than a Flame said he's not coming on. Spooky Mink, I don't know if you're still here, but you're probably maybe you passed out. Well, who knows? David Wolf, I would like to hear from you as well. Yeah. Tim, are you coming on? Anyways, I'll give it a couple more minutes unless anything changes suddenly. and somebody decides to jump on. One more cheers for the road here. I've been milking this thing, so I haven't been chugging it. I'm not feeling a buzz or anything, so. Cheers. All right, so I'll just do one last little hurrah here and say thanks, Tim. Thanks, Truth Loops. Thanks, Joel, More Than a Flame. Oh, thanks, David Wolf and Spooky Mink. I'm just going back through to see who popped in here. Who did I miss here? Oh, thanks, Carrie. Carrie Skates. Thanks, Becky. I feel like I skipped somebody here. Oh, Chrissy Cool. I'm just going back and reading everybody's name on here that popped into the chat. And then I think that's basically it. I can't believe there's freaking 6 of you still on here. It's all good, man. No worries. No worries. Oh, did they freaking throttle you down because you use too much internet? It's all good. I'm actually, I'm starting to think that I need to think about going to bed. It's already almost midnight, and I got to get up at like freaking... In fact, let me look at my schedule real quick. Huh. Hold on. So my schedule tomorrow starts at 9 a.m. I have a bunch of meridians. Meridian, Idaho, and Eagle, Idaho. I'm gonna be pretty busy tomorrow. Anyways, all right, guys. Well, I very much appreciated seeing everybody, and I hope that you are doing amazing. And be ready for my up and coming video I'm going to be posting. It's kind of interesting. I'm actually going to go back and listen to it again just to make sure I want to do that. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to post that video that talks about the up and coming disclosure that they're going to be doing. And then Mitchell from Australia, I'm going to try to get him to pop in here. See if I can get him to stop by. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, I'm just wrapping up, and I hope everybody is doing okay, and I hope just be joyful, and just keep working your butts off to freaking reach people. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something profound, and nothing's coming right now. So anyways, all right, guys. Peace out, and we'll talk to you here soon, okay? All right. Love you guys. Bye-bye.